Hello, I'm here at the Stalking Show with Drew from Outwear, who are the importer and distributor for Crispi Boots as well as a few other clothing brands. And today we're going to talk about some of the most popular Crispi Boots, why they're particularly good in the UK, and some of the features about them. Drew, please go ahead.
Thank you very much. So yeah, Crispi is a relatively new brand in the UK, but it's not a new brand at all. I mean, it's been going since 1975.
Yeah.
And something that we really love about them, along with some of the other brands that we work with, is that the father that set it up, he's passed it on to his son and daughter, and it's still owned by the family.
Really?
So the commitment to quality is there now and for the foreseeable future, which is fantastic for us.
And which country are they based in?
They're based in Italy.
Okay.
In a small region called Treviso, north of Italy. Famous for making fantastic boots.
Yes.
And Crispi are one of the leaders in Italy that are doing so. So they make a range of boots from military, industrial, ski boots, tactical boots, and their core ones being hunting, shooting boots.
Excellent.
So we've got, in the UK, we've got access to the full range of European boots.
Right.
And we've also adapted some specifically for the UK, which we'll come on to in a moment.
Right.
The most popular boot for us at the moment is called the Hunter GTX.
Okay.
Which is a lightweight, comfortable, tall boot made from nubuck leather. It features really quality parts, so Italian leather, Vibram soles, Gore-Tex lining, and it's all handmade by the artisans in Crispi.
Yeah.
So 100% of the manufacturing is done by Crispi in northern Italy, and that gives real attention to detail on all the parts, whether it be the detail on the randing,
yes,
the way that the lacing has been structured, and just general high quality stitching. Crispi have got a really great relationship with some of their component manufacturers.
Yes.
So with Vibram, they produce their own soles specifically.
He was called Mr. Vibramali, wasn't he, or something like that back in the realms of time? And he was wasn't he a famous mountaineer? One of his friends was killed in an accident, and I think he made it his life's quest to make better gripping boot soles.
Yes, well, I think a lot of these great brands, they have that sort of story as well.
Yeah.
So the foundations of Crispi, the father that set it up, he was an outdoor enthusiast,
yes,
keen mountaineer.
Yeah.
And I think back in those sort of mid 20th century, these businesses, when they were
been
founded,
a fairly well interwoven sort of community of people and
I think so. Share that knowledge, share that expertise, similar like-minded people with similar passions.
Yeah.
And the focus really, and Crispi really do focus on this is artisanal Italian authenticity.
Right.
And there's real value in that, whether it be from gun making, leather goods, footwear. The Italians really pay attention to detail and enjoy doing that. So yeah, the Hunter GTX is a popular boot. There's a shorter version called the Nevada.
Yeah.
And it really is taking the UK by storm. We're getting a lot of new accounts.
Is it a popular boot in Europe as well, or is it one that particularly appeals to the UK market?
It's a European-wide attractive product.
Yeah.
It's now been given, which is quite a nice touch, it's been given legendary status by Crispi. So on the boot itself, stamped onto the leather here, Crispi Legend.
Yes.
And that gives a sort of sign of approval by Crispi that it's such a quality boot that they evolve the design as improvements can be made.
But it doesn't change every season, which I think is something that's becoming increasingly frustrating across many elements of the shooting market. Because things change so frequently, you can't really keep track of stuff, and there's a lot of marketing involved, and not necessarily actually product innovation, product development. It's nice to see the
So it's a traditional looking boot, traditional design, but with some Crispi aspects to it. And one thing that we like, and more of you will notice this in the UK as the sales of Crispi improve, is when you know it's a Crispi boot, you know. And the little touch that we have is the last eyelet on the bottom is always orange.
Right.
So when you're wearing your trousers and you can't see what brand it is, if you look down at your pal that you're out shooting with and you've got that wee orange dot, you can both have a wee nod and just appreciate that you know the quality behind the boot.
A similar boot wearer.
So it's just a little nod to that. It's just little things that make it.
It's interesting. When I first went to the EVA show in Nuremberg in 2013, Crispi was a name I'd never seen before, and over the last 5 or 6 years I've seen this creep into the UK, and obviously the popularity of these boots has grown
it has
exponentially, really, hasn't it? So it's really nice to see some of the new designs and meet you. So
to show you another design, I'll just, if I can give you that one.
Yeah.
So we also have the Highland series, which is probably one of the most innovative boots within the market.
Yes.
So we're calling it the Highland series. There's 3 designs. There's a short one called the Mid. There's a standard model, which is just a Highland, and then we've got the Highland Pro. So the Highland Pro boot has become really, really popular. And what makes it special is it's a boot that gives, with all the height of a Wellington, you've got waterproof to here with a bonded and stitched on gaiter system, so no water can go up the inside.
Yes.
So you've got the water height protection of a Wellington, but inside it stays within the gaiter system. They're not separate components, it's one boot, one gaiter system.
Yeah.
You have a boot that's about this height, so a mid-height boot, excellent ankle support, great comfort and support, but you don't have to faff around with gaiters. So what you've got here, Vibram sole, you have, excuse the noise with the Velcro, but you have a waterproof zip from a company called T-Zip in Germany.
Right.
And that, they produce dry diving suits. You've got a waterproof zip to ensure it, a BOA very fast lacing system, and you've got a laminated tape seam gaiter system to give 100% waterproofness with a quick, easy system to use. And then you've got a Cordura fabric for robustness and durability. And yeah, all the features you'd expect. We do have some Gore-Tex, which helps with the breathability. It's a warm boot, but a feature-packed product, really innovative.
I've used the BOA system on other boots in the past, and I must admit it's so fast and easy, and especially on a boot with a more complicated dressing and undressing procedure, speeding up the lacing, which of course would have been quite a confined area, does make life a lot better.
So you just press it,
I'm pleased to see that.
Dial it in, zip up, and that's you good to go.
Yeah.
And it's just that ease of use and ease of care. Because we're using a soft suede leather inside, you don't have to worry about conditioning the boot inside. It's not going to dry out, the leather's not going to crack. When in use, it's always protected behind the gaiter, and it's just a great, great design. So in Europe, you get them in bright orange, and in North America. But during COVID, we took the opportunity when there was capacity for production. We said, make it in the black and green, it'll go well in the UK. And we struggled
just
to keep
after I've fallen in love with everything in orange.
In orange, yes.
I do.
But we do struggle to keep this in stock. It's an extremely popular product. So if you see it in a local retailer with you, we're building that retail network. Get there fast.
Thinking about it now, I have seen these in the past, like say the European environment where everything's orange. So to see that story through the COVID and the fact that we got the excess capacity to make, that's excellent. Well, thank you very much for the introduction to some of the boots, and I'll hopefully look at some more of them over the time coming forth.
Great.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Cheers.